Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, as you can see, we're going to cover my hoard, I guess you could call it, of M2 machines. So this is all like Walmart and Target stuff, so nothing special ordered here, but some really cool stuff. Some of my favorite castings from M2, honestly. I'm going to start off over here on the left. We've got a Ram Chargers Dodge A100 panel van. Very cool. I love the A100 casting from M2. This is a new one for me. I don't have any of these, but this is a 32 Ford Roadster, NHRA themed, as you can see there. We'll get a closer look at it later. Really cool looking car. Two Willys Coupes. These are another one of my favorite castings from M2. So I actually have the Willys Coupe and then the Willys Coupe Gasser. If you remember, my father actually sent me a couple of those Gassers. I have them right over here. So now I have a third one to go with them, so that'll look great. And I also have another Willys Coupe, a non-Gasser one here, that has actually been a part of my collection for quite a while now, a little over a year. So one of each different type of Willys Coupe there, so that's pretty cool. Now, these guys, these I have been after for a while. I've been trying and trying and trying. So this is a relatively new casting here. We're going to talk about this guy first. From M2, it is the 1991 Chevrolet SS 454 big block 1500 pickup truck. This is one of my favorite body styles, a Chevy pickup truck. I've had like 3 of these body style. It's one of my all-time favorites, and they released a bunch of different castings of different variations of that body style: single cab, extended cab, lifted, lowered, yada yada yada. Really, really cool. This is the only one I've been able to find, though. Unfortunately, I've been looking and looking and looking. And this guy also comes with a really nice, what is that, a 67 Chevy Nova on the trailer, and it's all Demon carburetor themed. Very cool setup. Nice little trailer. Looks really, really neat. So, very cool stuff. Next up is, and I know I always say this, I'm not crazy about like soda-themed vehicles for whatever reason. I don't know. I guess I like Fanta. Fanta's good. It looks like we're missing maybe a toolbox there for that trailer. That's a little strange. But yeah, this is such a cool casting. I had to have this. So that is a 73 GMC Sierra 3500 and a 73 GMC Jimmy on the back. I'm not crazy about the lowered Jimmy either. I kind of wish it was lifted. But, I mean, really, like, overall, this is a really cool truck and trailer set. I mean, like I said, I'm not crazy about the Fanta theme or the lowered truck, but either way, had to have it. And the bed and cab alignment, that's what I always look for with these, is bed to cab alignment. Really good on this one, looks really nice. They also have a Sprite themed truck and trailer. It's the same, it's a Chevy 3500 with, I forget what's on the trailer, but it's Sprite themed and they're lifted, and I've found a few of them, and I would have grabbed it if it weren't for the bed and cab alignment. They have a lot of them on the shelf with just misalignment between the cab and bed. So because this is M2 stuff, we don't really have any fun facts to go over with the boxes or any cards like that or anything, but either way, it's still really cool stuff. So we're going to start cracking, what should we crack open first? These are both NHRA themed, so let's do 2 for 2 here, NHRA cars, and then we'll get into the rest of this stuff. Alright, so we're going to start off with the 32 Ford, actually. I'm going to move this Willys over. Really, really cool car. Really nice casting. A lot of detail. M2 is always really good with detail, although unfortunately their quality control can be a little iffy sometimes, so, you know, what's the point of all that detail if it's... But either way, this looks like a nice one. We've even got coolant hoses coming out of the radiator. That's pretty wild. That's really cool. Nice little bumper detail, or I guess that's like where the bumper would be. Soft top looks nice. I guess it's got white walls in the front, slicks in the back. I love the black hot rod with red wheels. That is one of my absolute favorite looks. Let's see, what is it? what does it say on the door there? First annual National Championship Drag, NHRA, Great Bend, Kansas, September 29th to the 30th, and then October 1st and 2nd. It says first annual. Wow. Pretty cool. So, yeah, I guess this was one of the first NHRA cars. Really, really nice. There's so much detail to the front of this. The front suspension is extremely detailed on here. Let me see if I can give you a look at that. You've got like your little, what are they called? I guess they're not trailing arms, they're in the front. I forget what you call that. But, wow. That looks awesome. Very, very cool car. Definitely one of my new favorites from M2. I definitely have like certain cars that I do like from M2 and certain stuff that I don't. Some of their stuff is like nicely scaled in 1/64th scale, and then they have other stuff that's like not quite scaled correctly, you know. But either way, really, really cool. So next, we're going to move on to the other NHRA car. This is the 1941 Willys Gasser. What's going on with our... Oh, okay. That front wheel looks like it's like in the fender, kind of. The axle's just has a little bit of slop to it. But either way, really, really nice looking car. Of course, as always, they say it's Hemi powered or Hemi this, Hemi that on the hood. Hooker headers, very nice. I have hooker headers on my car. 1962 Nationals. NHRA Drag Show, Indianapolis. And then you got all kinds of stuff. You got B&M, Holly, Mr. Gasket, hooker headers, Hearst. What's that last one at the bottom? Mallory, it looks like. I can't quite make that out. Really cool car. Alcohol gas, I know what that one means. That's why they call them gassers. There's the NHRA logo on the back there. I really like this purple. Looks really nice. Very, very cool little side pipe coming out of there. Is that? Look at that. Oh, come on, focus on it. There you go. Some really nice detail on the bottom as well. Very, very cool. Looks like, what's going on? Oh, looks like the interior's kind of popping out there. Let's see if we can do something with that. Maybe, maybe not. This is what I was talking about though, with like the quality control stuff. So the interior in this one is like all sorts of not popped in correctly. It looks like they mushed it right here or something. I don't know. But yeah, M2's quality control can be a little iffy sometimes. Great detail, but there's no point to the detail if you can't, you know, if it's detailed junk. But, you know, oh well. Still a really cool looking car. Absolutely love it. Really nice paint job on there. That'll look great with the other two Willys Gassers I have from M2. So we'll go ahead and get those parked up, and we will get into the next two. So we have the regular Willys Coupe, the non-gasser, the regular hot rod. Something you'd see at like a local car show, I imagine. Pretty cool. And the 64 Dodge A100 panel van. So we'll get those cracked open. Alright, so over here, of course, we have the 41 Willys. Now, this is not a gasser, and the Ram Chargers Dodge A100. We're going to start off with the Willys. We'll keep the Willys theme going. I'll actually bring the old one, or not the old one, but the last one over just for a quick comparison so you can kind of see the difference between the suspension of the two. The gasser being much taller in the front end. You know, the regular coupe is obviously lowered. Just different bases underneath them. They're still the same casting and everything. As you can see from the front, they're very similar. Although we do have a bit more of a mesh grille on this one. This one's like slots. Some minor differences, but either way. Oh, and oops. Here, I'll bring this guy over too, so we can do a quick comparison. That is my other Willys Gasser, or I'm sorry, Willys Coupe, lowered Willys Coupe. Looks like even the same wheels on them, actually, it looks like, but I don't know, I like the purple a lot. The purple looks really good. Kind of a, not necessarily pearlescent, but it does kind of change tones in the light, so that's pretty cool. I like that. Very, very nice looking car. Again, like I've said probably 20 times already, this is one of my favorite castings from M2. Very, very cool looking car. Ooh, careful. Don't want to lose it. Let's see if we can get it centered on there. There we go. No? Sort of. Either way, very, very nice car. I can't, you know, probably a Hemi under the hood, considering that's what they all say on the Gassers. I imagine Hemi swaps are pretty common with these. If not, maybe a 350 small block. This one does have the original Willys badge on the hood there, on the side of the hood there above the fender. So that is pretty cool. Yeah, really cool looking car, I gotta admit. Oh, look at that. It doesn't have a, it's got the back bumper deleted. You can see the notches where the bumper is supposed to come through, but it's been shaved off there. That's kind of a cool detail. Very, very nice. So, next up, the Dodge A100. I've got a handful of Dodge A100s from M2. They're all over the place in my shelves and everything. I'm not going to pull them all out. Although I did take the time to pull down the other Ram Chargers cars that I do have. So that is a Johnny Lightning, whatchamacallit, Dragsters USA series car. That's actually from the late 90s. And then, of course, this is the Ram Chargers Hot Wheels Coronet. I think this is a Coronet, right? And this actually just recently came out with the Drag Strip Demons 5-car set. So that is, again, a really cool looking car. This is the one with the modified wheelbase. I know we talked about this a little bit in the comment section, how this was a custom wheelbase vehicle. So, interesting stuff. Let's take a look at our A100 here. Of course, it has the this is the 65-year anniversary Candymatic Race Crew. Very cool. No front bumper on there. Either it fell off in the box or it's been deleted. They don't always have front bumpers on them. I've seen that from M2 before. Although I kind of wish they would fill in those holes, but you know, oh well. Very, very nice. We have a rear bumper on it. 1964 the license plate. And then Dodge logo there on the back door. Really, really cool van. I would absolutely love to get my hands on like an old Ram Charger or something with like a 360 in it. I know they had 360s in the later years. I believe like mid to late 60s. That'd be such a fun thing to have. Very, very cool. Nice. All right. So that is our little one-car packs. Let's get into the truck and trailer set. So I'm going to crack this Fonta one open first with the 73 Sierra and 73 Jimmy. I wonder if that's supposed to have a toolbox on it or not, because it looks like it's just missing. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you got one of these and it had a toolbox on it. Let me know if I got gypped. So let's crack it open without knocking the camera over. Alright, so I've just been bombarded with possibly the biggest disappointment I've ever had on camera. So I'm going to start with the truck. We'll get to the trailer later. This has to be one of the stupidest possible things you could have done, like as a die-cast manufacturer. So obviously M2 detailed everything. We have a removable bed cap, but as you can already see, for packaging, they used tape to hold the bed cap onto the truck, and it left tape residue on the bed cap that I'm gonna have to like gently clean off because this is just plastic and I don't want to ruin it. So that has to be one of, if not the dumbest things I've ever seen done by a die-cast manufacturer. That's actually kind of Like, what were you thinking? Jesus. Oh, we have an opening hood. Let's see if it actually opens. Kind of. This is a really cool truck. I might just display it without the bed cap. If it'll stay on a lift. The hood doesn't open all the way. Oh my goodness. This thing is too big. But you can see that's probably a 454 in there, being this is a 3500. Yeah, I'm really irritated about that bed cap. That is the stupidest thing I have ever seen. Wow. So, like I said, let's get to the trailer. The trailer is actually, I'll show you, too low, or too high, I'm sorry, to actually stay hitched onto the truck. So that was great planning. It is a metal trailer, I will say. That's kind of nice. All metal. The more I look at it, the more I'm starting to realize I think I am missing my toolbox there. Unless you also purchased this casting and are missing a toolbox. I guess that's how they're doing these. And then my favorite part is the truck that goes on the trailer is actually too wide to properly sit on the trailer. It's sitting in between the fenders, and it doesn't, like, actually, so it doesn't roll up to the wheel chocks. If it does, it's crooked. That's ass. Like, that is just genuinely disappointing. Pretty cool, though. The top does come off the Blazer. That's pretty nice. Got the interior in there. Yeah, really dropped the ball on that one, though. Here, let's bring the Blazer up. We'll get a closer look at this. I'm not, like I said, and I'm not crazy about the lowered Blazer, but... Or, I'm sorry, this is a Jimmy. GMC Jimmy. Does have a sort of an opening hood, but it doesn't really want to open much further than a little bit. So, again, quality control. Good one, M2. Ugly-ass wheels on there, too. I don't know, maybe I'll find another something with the same wheelbase from M2 that's lifted and swap the bases out, make this into a lifted Fonta truck. Maybe that way it'll fit on the trailer if it's lifted. We'll go ahead and pop the top back on. This is a 70s model Jimmy, so here's a little fun fact that I actually know off the top of my head. I don't know the exact year, but I know it was the late 70s, early 80s. The GMC Jimmys and Chevy Blazers went from a fully convertible top to just the removable back half. Like, wait a second, I have one somewhere. Where's all my Blazers? There we go. So this would be the later model style with the enclosed cab area and just a removable bed cap as opposed to the entire removable top. So that's a cool feature. And again, I'm not like... I'm not like completely appalled by this casting. It is really cool. Although I think I may actually toss this into the drawer just because I'm still upset about that glue on there, and then display it just like this because that looks perfectly fine the way it is. Really a great looking truck. I love 70s and 80s Chevy pickup trucks. The square body is probably, you know, next to this guy back here, because I've owned a few of those. This would be my my dream truck, body style dream truck. I would absolutely love a 3500 like this as well. I wouldn't want it to say Fonta on it, but, you know, even the blue and orange paint job is kind of cool. If I could just get that Fonta lettering off there, that would be ideal. If anybody knows any tricks to removing tampos, or I guess these are tampos, decals, decals, whatever you want to call them. Gotta call them decals. If anybody knows any tricks to like removing just the decal and not the paint underneath, I would be all ears for you. I'd be extremely interested in finding that out, because there's actually a couple cars in my collection that I wouldn't mind taking some of the more cheesy decals off without ruining the paint underneath. So if anybody knows any tips or tricks to that, please let me know. So let's bring it into the full thing here. Get the whole thing in frame here. So that is the 73 GMC Sierra 3500 and the 73 GMC Jimmy from M2, the truck and trailer Fanta set. Yeah, definitely disappointed about that bed cap. That is super stupid. Maybe, if anybody knows any tricks to getting that off as well, let me know. Because I'd like to get the schmutz off of there. I don't know if Goo Gone would be gentle enough, or Goof Off, whatever it's called. I think it's called Goof Off. I don't know if that would be gentle enough for this bed cap, but if you think it would be, let me know. We'll do a little experiment. Save the bed cap. Either way, though, really cool truck and trailer that doesn't stay attached. Ah, there it goes. Cool. Nice. So we'll park that like truck and trailer guys always do. There's not enough room here for that. All right, anyway, next up. This is extremely in the way. All right, I'm going to move you back here. Is probably going to be my favorite for this video. I can't wait to get this out of the box. The 91 Chevy SS 454 truck. Chevy 1500 454 SS. The bed and cab alignment actually is a little wonky on this one. You can see there's a gap at the top and it's pinched at the bottom. The trim doesn't line up perfectly, but it's a car and it's, you know, that big. So I guess there's some margin for error. So let's get this guy cracked open. All right, guys, this one's making me feel a little better. I was irritated about that. So first I'm going to bring this up. This is how they attached the tonneau cover on the pickup truck. Why didn't you do that with this one? Like, this makes so much more sense. Look, wow, the paint's not damaged. Imagine that, you know? It's so, like, they damage their own product by how they package it. It's got to be the most foolish thing I've ever seen in my life. Now, these rubber bands are a little trickier to get off, but I'd rather deal with a rubber band. I'd rather fight with one of these than have an easily removable piece of tape ruin my paint job. Look, and now I can take the tonneau cover off and, you know, nothing, the paint's not ruined, there's no marks, no nothing. Truck looks great, although the bed and cab alignment is a little meh. I guess I could squeeze that a little bit, make it a little better. But this is a really nice one. Again, the trailer doesn't exactly hook on, but oh well. It's like they think no one's ever going to take these out of the box and like look at them. Either way, really cool truck and trailer. I absolutely love this truck. Do we have an opening hood on here? I think we may. Yes, and it opens all the way. That's very cool. The 67 Nova is really nice. We'll get into that in a minute, so I'm actually going to unhook this guy here, put him up on the stand. Really excited about this truck. I mean, this thing is so cool. This is by far my favorite body style of Chevy pickup truck. There's your big 454. Those were, so this is a 91, so this has the throttle body injected 454. I believe they made around 260 horsepower, 270, 280 maybe. They were higher 200s. Not until they went into the Vortec multi-port injection, they got them up to around 290 horsepower, which is the motor that I have in my Suburban. That's the late model fuel injected 454. This is the early fuel injection. So this actually has two little fuel injectors on top of two throttle plates, like basically an electronic carburetor. Very cool looking truck though. I love that it has mirrors on it and they're like anatomically correct. That's actually what the mirrors on these trucks looked like. Nice big Chevrolet stripe across the back there. I'll go ahead and take a peek in the bed. Really freakishly big fenders in there. I mean freakishly big. That is, we're gonna, let's put that back on. I don't like the way those fenders look. That looked weird. Either way, really cool truck. I'll go ahead and shut the hood here for you guys. Demon carburetors on the door. I honestly wouldn't even mind taking that Demon carburetors logo off of this thing just to have just the truck. But it's certainly better than Fanta. I like it better than Fanta. Really, really nice. I'm telling you guys, I don't have enough of these body style trucks in my collection. I really don't. I need more of these body style trucks. One of my absolute favorites. Really nice wheels on there too. They are, oh wow, those are actually like sort of supposed to look like the wheels that actually came on this truck, that like 6-spoke steely type thing they had going on in the early 90s. Very, very cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at our 67 Nova here. Does this have, I don't think this has an opening hood, does it? No. But that's okay because the engine is literally coming out of the hood. Oh look, there you go, 327 Chevy, alcohol and gas. So another gasser for the gasser collection. Check out the tires on the back of this thing. They are enormous. Some stuff on that one. Really, really huge. And then you got your track bars there. Traction bars. I guess they're called 67 Nova. Yeah. Very, very cool looking car. I'm not crazy about the yellow window tint, but I guess it matches the Demon carburetor theme a little bit. I'm glad the windshield isn't yellow on the pickup truck. It's just tinted. So that's a relief. But very, very, very nice. Really, really cool car. I do have another, oh goodness. I have another Nova Gasser from M2 that I acquired many, 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 many moons ago. It was like green with green window tint, so this will look pretty cool with it. Nova SS on the front there. Little stacks coming out of the hood. Very cool stuff. Really cool car. So let's get a look at it on the trailer with the truck. And then we'll bring this guy over, like so. So that is our 2 truck and trailer sets from M2. And that looks like everybody. So we're going to go ahead and organize these for our group photo, since we haven't really had room for the parking garage lately. So give me 1 second here. All right, guys, so that is all, what, 8 of my latest and greatest M2s. Everything from Willys, we got Fords, Dodges, Chevys, GMCs, a little bit of everything today. Some really cool hot rods, some really nice trucks, and absolutely nowhere to put any of this stuff. I'm out of room. Like I keep saying in every video that I'm just running out of room in this place. But I'm looking at some new cases for the wall to my right. I might start taking over that wall and a little bit of this wall here to my left. I'm just going to start grabbing real estate there. My girlfriend and I were supposed to split this room, but yeah. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button for me so I know you guys want to see more. And as always, let me know which car was your favorite. I think for me, really, today's favorite was... It's a tough one because I really, really, really like this 3500 over here, but I just wish it was... It leaves stuff to be desired with the Fanta and the messed up bed cap. That kind of irked me about it. So I'm going to have to give today's win to the 454 SS here. Probably my favorite. And closely followed by these Willys here. The Willys are sweet. This hot rod, this 32 Ford's cool too. It's all cool stuff. That's why I bought it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.